Oh shit. For a oh my god.
Watch this.
This shirt is too tight for my body. For him. Almost fell. How you doing? How you be? Top to the AB. And today I wanted to talk about weight loss goals. Okay, and basically whatever you want to be when you grow up, or grow down, or basically lose weight. What drives you to lose weight? What is your end goal, your end game? Because I hear people talk about, oh, I want to look like this and look like this guy and this guy. And are those realistic? It doesn't feel like it, because I've done this before. It's a pain whenever you see the real person underneath. Maybe you may not, that's not what you had envisioned. Maybe it's not what you thought it was gonna be. And I want to be real with you guys 100%. That way you know exactly what's to come. You know, is it bad? Absolutely not. If it was something that I didn't want, I wouldn't be working so hard now to get back to it. You know, is there loose skin? Yes. But the thing about that is, Form, and this is something people don't really even tell you. They don't even mention it, because very few people have gone so far and then fallen so far and then gone so far. So it's rare to hear people talk about it because they've never really experienced it. But I want to give you guys the 100 so that you guys know how to go about this, because I understand the thought of loose skin and how frightening that might be for someone. But if I had to choose between loose skin and 400 pounds, I will choose loose skin every time. But there is a way, Form. Come in a little closer, a little bit closer. There is a way, Form, to minimize the amount of skin left over when you lose weight. I'll show you what I mean. Oh, all right, Form. All right, so let's have a look at this. So if you guys look here, so basically there are three body types. There's ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph. I'm not gonna spend a whole lot of time on this, but basically most people that are usually overweight, especially in, you know, like the 100 pounds or plus, or 60 pounds plus, are usually a combination between meso, endo, or ecto-endo, something with endo. I promise I'm not talking about drugs, but basically they're a combination of one or the other. And basically the way this works is, if you look at these guys, meso and endo are most body types, and it's usually what you can basically get down to, provided that you know, work out and lose weight. So here's the thing, Form. With skin loss, it works a little bit differently, okay? So skin loss can form here, 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 here. Gotta get the other arm, because, you know, gotta be even. And right around here. Alrighty. Actually, you know what? Let's change the color on that. Let's change that to black. Alright. You also get some in your legs, but it's legs, who cares? So, but yeah, you can expect to have some in your legs. Alright. So this is loose skin, basically. Alright. So here's the thing, Form. You can get rid of this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy, and this guy, depending on how you work out, okay? So we can go ahead and split these guys into three, okay? Let's do that, okay? So this person over here, we'll just go ahead and get a pencil here. So this person here is just regular working out and normal fruits, vegetables, whatever, all right? So this is a normal person, okay? You can lose weight and be a normal person, okay? However, the amount of skin you will have lost, you would have gained after around 60 pounds or so will be far more significant, okay? You'll have it in your arms, you'll have it right here, you'll have it in your stomach, you'll have it on your, you can have it on your shoulders, you can have it underneath your arms. It is very, very significant. Okay, which is why people who usually go through like gastric bypass or lab bands or stuff like that, they usually have it in all of those areas. Okay, all of those are pretty much problem areas if you don't have muscle. Okay, however, if you're an endo or a meso, what that means is basically you have an infinity for building muscle. Okay, so what you can do is work out. So work out and lift weights, right? So if you work out and you lift weights, you can decrease the amount of skin that is left over when everything's said and done and all the dust settles, okay? How much you work out and improve dictates how much skin you have left over, okay? Except for one area. This bastard here, let me get a pen. This cat right here, you will never get rid of, okay? Because your stomach is just a sheet of muscle, okay? That you will never ever get rid of unless you have surgery. But surgery is right around $4,000 last time I checked, because you know I was looking. Right around $4,000 to get rid of something like that. But that you cannot get rid of. So don't stress over that. But these other areas you can actually get rid of and just basically replace your fat with muscle, okay? And if that's your goal, then it's totally different from just straight up cardio and a little bit of working out. This is basically, all right, let me get a pencil. This is pretty much a bodybuilder. So that means that you're working out, a lot of protein, calorie regimen, restrictions, etc. Okay, that means you're doing the full loadout. Okay, is it required to lose weight? Absolutely not. It is not. I want to stress that it is not required to lose weight. However, if you want to get rid of the skin in all of the problem areas except for one, that's the road you need to go to. This guy here is what you need, the mesomorph side. That's the road you want to go if that's where you want to end up, okay? And you don't have to be a mesomorph to do this. Meso, endo, doesn't matter. You both have an affinity for building muscle, okay? So the harder you work out, the harder you push yourself, the less skin will be left over when you're done, okay? I can prove it to you, all right? So let's go ahead and grab a little marker here. Alrighty, so this is me. I'm not sure when, maybe 2.5 years ago. I was probably right around 250. All right. So, and what's exciting, jumping back to me real quick, what's exciting is I'm pretty sure that by the time I get down to this weight, I'm going to have a lot more muscle than this. So I'm looking forward to it, but this is what I want to get back to. Okay. So if you look here, if I can find my mouse, or where'd it go? Okay, cool. Oh, that's just too small. Let me fatten that guy up. If you look here, this area is defined, this area is defined, this area is defined, and this area is defined. All of the problem areas are defined, except for maybe a little bit here and a little bit here. But over time, that can actually fill out depending on how much chest you work out. Okay, if you work out your full chest, your major and minor, basically, I think it's major pec and minor pec, something along those lines. But if you work out all of your body parts of your chest, you can get rid of that too. Okay, so all I have left over is this guy right here. And if that's all you have left over, you've won. Congratulations, you've won the lottery of weight loss. That is the final goal for me. Okay, my final goal is basically to only have that left over. Never mind all this other stuff. All this other stuff here, I want to get rid of, and I'm pretty sure I can. Okay, the chest, it's coming along. I do lots and lots and lots of decline to make sure that it comes along. But this area, if I end up with just that, I've won. All right, so it is definitely doable, and it's something you can push yourself towards if you know what you're doing. Okay, if you're willing to lay it all on the line and do what you have to do, you can reduce the amount of skin left over when you lose weight. Forum, it has been a pleasure. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you really like it, Forum, go ahead and subscribe. I love you either way, but you know, seriously, subscribe.